fix the hair. Oh, my little silver sparkles are coming through. Anyway, hello, welcome back to Lovely Gardening Bits. As you can see, I am starting today's video in the office because I'm just getting ready. I just wanted to fill you in on the goings on. So actually, let me get myself a lip oil or something new from Rimmel. I just said I come on to say hello because I didn't have a video last week, and I think because it's now kind of the middle of summer, don't mention the war, there's not a huge amount of jobs to be doing. Do you know what I mean? Because like all the main jobs seem to be like in the autumn or in the spring, and I suppose now's the time to be enjoying the garden, even though there's so much that I want to do. But I'm kind of holding on. Like, as I mentioned in last week's video, or in the last video, we're hoping to be getting work done in the house, which will affect the garden, which is why I haven't bought plants in ages. That's not like me. If you know, you know. I was in the garden centre last week, maybe? Yeah, because I was getting bits ready for a trip. I'll tell you about that in a second. But yeah, I went to the garden centre in Malahide. We were having a little look around, and they just had so many gorgeous bits. They actually had the most beautiful rose, and like I'm this close to buying it, but I think I'll wait for it for next year. And it's called oh god, what's it called? Either the Queen of Sweden or the Princess of Sweden. Something to do with royalty and Sweden. And it's this pale pink kind of fluffy rose that smelled gorgeous. It smelled like baby powder almost, but then with a hint of rose. And I was like, oh my god, I think I need that, but I don't need it, because as I said, with the work getting done, pretty much everything that I've done in the garden this year has been with that temporary feel in mind, because we don't know what the time frame is going to be just yet. I really don't want to waste money on plants and everything, putting them in, planting them, only for them to have to be moved or destroyed, because yeah, I think I said that in the last video that the builder is due back next week, hopefully, for the final kind of chat before we lock down everything kind of properly. And I want to find out how much of the garden he's going to need. And yes, we will be moving the shed up to the patio, so I haven't been able to do my container garden, cottage garden there. But I feel like next year the garden, and it's going to put my heart and my soul into it, because fingers crossed this will all be done, like the work part. But anyway, so yeah, I haven't bought plants in ages, except I really wanted to buy vegetable plants the other day because of this. So I'm just going to do a little clip that I filmed. I don't even know when I filmed, the other day anyway, to just explain this. So let's do like a little montage. I'm just going to do a little sweepy for myself so that I can see what these beds are like in a month. Oh my god, hi. So I'm not actually filming today. I am just going to cut the grass. There's like lots of clover there that I just want to give it all like a proper tidy, because we're supposed to have lots of rain tonight. But I said I'd come on and I'd show you a little update on the the veg plugs that I planted last week. So let me show you what they're like now. I'm gonna now cut the grass because that is my therapy. Anyway, that's all. Okay, let's discuss slugs. I think it's because it's been such a damp summer and damp spring and everything. The slugs are living their best lives. Oh, they're having a ball in my garden, like all of them. So what I'm thinking about doing is, well, I have two options. I'm thinking, when I was in the Malahide Garden Centre last week, they did have pea plants, kind of, but like bigger ones, you know. And I think one of my learnings is, maybe I put the plants in the soil outside. Maybe they were too small. Maybe I needed to pot them on before putting them out, because the slugs were just like, brilliant. Look at this. This is breakfast, lunch and dinner for us all. Let's get stuck in. But they have left, fingers crossed, they've left alone some of the kale in the longer veg bed. Well, as of now, I think I filmed that clip maybe, I don't know, last Sunday maybe, and today is Friday. Is it Friday? It is Friday. I haven't really been out into the garden because, so Catherine and I, we were in London on Monday and Tuesday, and we went over to see Monty Don. Like pretty much many of our conversations regarding gardening starts with, oh, Monty says, oh, just see what Monty said on Gardener's World. So we met a friend of ours in France last year, and we were there with Loxtown. We met our friend Nadine. So she's a beauty expert, journalist, TV presenter. I think she's a column in the Times, does social media, Instagram. She's brilliant when it comes to all things beauty. And she bought a house a while ago and has the most gorgeous garden, and so she's really gotten into gardening. And so when we heard that Monty Don was coming to London to Kew Gardens for like a chat, we were all like, will we go and see him? And so we stayed with her and we went to see Monty Don, and it was a little bit rainy. Let me just show you.
Plan life. What else would you be doing on a Monday other than sitting in the field?
The rest of the week to lay everything out.
Waiting for Monty Don to come on stage.
Nature would take its course.
Wearing a plastic bag. And thinking,
this is never a finished product. There's always new things showing up, things that are changing. This is not an arrangement that is predetermined by the designer, and that arrangement is fixed forever. There's change that occurs over the years. It's changing composition.
Move over, Lydia Millen. Move over in the
front. Is sure how the prairie will develop in years to come. We'll just have to wait and see.
She's beauty and she's grey. She's Miss United States. Don't be jealous.
Place, though,
I will link this below in the description box.
The Princess of Wales can...
Well, it's described using many different words. The god of gardening, the king of gardening, or quite simply an icon. And he's here with us on his birthday. Please give a very warm welcome to Monty Don.
Hello. Look at you all. Good evening.
It's always good to get a sense. Happy birthday, exactly.
Thank you.
Come into Radio 2, the many Hollywood A-listers. How do you deal with that kind of reaction? Or as I've been stalking you on your social media, someone asks, I wonder how you cope, Monty, reading all these messages of adoration.
With a mixture of embarrassment and I can hear my wife's voice in my ear. Sort of, there is that marvellous thing that someone once said to me, is behind every well-known man, there is a woman going, oh. And that sort of a little voice in my head is going, you know, I don't take it seriously.
Okay.
I don't take it seriously.
It will arrive.
For how long?
Well, you know, as long as it takes.
Right.
You know, 6 months. At least weeks, if not months. Because you need to know where the wind blows. You need to know where the wet bits are. You need to know
the light.
What it looks like in autumn.
Happy birthday to you.
Come in, take it out. About to say something deeply profound about gardening. Turn around, and suddenly I noticed the camera would be panning slightly to the left. And behind me, Nigel would have walked in, sort of like this. just lying there. And completely steal the scene.
Got a little bit wet. like a little bit wet. My fingers were like prunes. But at one point I was like, it wasn't cold, and I was just sitting there looking up and like listening to him, and he was just chatting away about his life and his story, how Longmeadow came about his dogs, and he was answering like a few frequently asked questions. Now, we weren't able to ask questions from the audience, but the woman who was interviewing him, she had like a few kind of questions for him, and one of them was, I think she said something like, what's the most annoying question or repetitive question you're always asked when it comes to gardening? And he was like, slugs. And I was like, try to listen. So there's nothing that we can do, we just have to deal with it. And I was just like, well, that's not what I needed to hear, Monty. So that was kind of encouraging / disappointing to hear. Encouraging because Monty can't get rid of slugs either. In fairness, I haven't kind of given my all when it comes to protecting the plants against the slugs. Next year I'm coming for you, slugs. Yes, we went to that on Monday evening in Kew Gardens, and we didn't have time to kind of like look around Kew Gardens because the plan was to go for lunch and then leave there at a certain time to get to Kew Gardens, have like a little bit of a look and go find where we were going to sit. But then we were too busy chatting at lunch that we were like nearly an hour late leaving the restaurant. And so by the time we got to Kew, I think we were sitting there for about 20 minutes, and we went in and we ended up having to sit in the ground. It was really inspiring to kind of hear how he started Longmeadow, and he has spoken about it in podcasts before. If you have a look on the podcast app at interviews that he's done, it really he's just so interesting. And like, we heard him cursing a couple of times and we were like, oh my god, Monty Don cursed, this is fantastic, he's real, he's normal. We got home, went back to Nadine's, had a cup of tea, warmed up, got out of our wet clothes, had a chat, and then went to bed. And then the next morning we had a proper look in her garden because it's just gorgeous. And even that alone, I got so much inspiration from Nadine's garden. Now, I didn't film any of it because it's like not my garden, privacy. If you want to head over, I'll leave her Instagram link below. Sometimes she shares her garden bits on stories, but her garden is just such a gorgeous mix of, what's some things called, evergreens, and she's got like big shrubs, smaller shrubs, lots of hydrangeas, and her colour scheme is mainly green and white with a bit of kind of colour dotted around. But in her kitchen she has like this massive sliding door that draws you in. So when I was making my cup of tea the next morning, I was waiting for the kettle to boil and I was just standing there looking out, and there was just so much to look at because again, there's like all the different textures and colours. And then the neighbours, she's able to kind of borrow their trees because they're quite high up over her fence and wall and stuff. And but then at night, the night before, she's got all this under planter lighting, is that the right word? Which, and because there's so much texture in the garden, it had so much interest. So even when we were sitting, it makes the garden a feature even at night. It's not just this big black window that you're looking out on. So I got so much inspiration from that is really making me think about how I want to do the garden next year. Like, I know that the extension is going to cost a lot of money, and I know that what I want to do in the garden will cost a lot of money, but listen, I'm ready. I'm working hard already. I keep saving a few bob every month to put aside for my greenhouse because, oh yeah. So I was like deciding that with my greenhouse, my justification for it is that it's going to be my birthday present to myself for my 50th. Now, I'm not 50 for another 2 years. I'll be 48 in December. So whether it happens next year or the year after, that's fine. I know I have other kind of priorities when it comes to money, but that's going to be my little thing, do you know? But I'm going to do everything that I can to make it happen next year. Fingers crossed. It would just be amazing. But I want it to be something that, yes, I can film in if I want to, if it's like raining or if it's like dark like now, because it literally looks like the heavens are going to open. It's somewhere that I can sit if I wanted to paint or if I wanted to read or have a cup of coffee and be able to look around at the garden, you know? So I feel like going over to London, seeing Nadine's place, seeing Monty, listen to him chat, it just gave me this renewed excitement when it comes to the garden, rather than feeling like it's been on hold this year, which it has been. Actually, I'm going to show you this. So, ooh, sorry, Catherine just sent me a message there. Sorry, I forgot I was filming. To say that her bees are foraging. Yeah, we had like all the bee chats there the other day. But I want to show you these. So I was sent products. Yeah, so if you're new here, oh sugar, if you're new here, I am a beauty content creator, have been since 2010, and I get sent products to test out, to try. I do a lot of purchases myself, but I love when brands do this. So first of all, Aveeno sent me some bits. So they have new hair care range. It's supposed to help soothe your scalp if you have kind of like an itchy, dry scalp. And they sent the apple cider vinegar blend to clarify and give shine for all hair types. Let me give this a whiff. That smells really nice. And then they sent this one, the almond oil blend. That's for damage repair. That smells lovely as well. So I love products that like have nature, have plants or flowers as part of the ingredients, because I don't just think that nature nurtures us. You know, I feel really comforted by that. And I think I spoke about this before. I think I will do either a blog post or a video talking about some of the different brands. But they sent those, but then they also sent they sent like a little overnight oats pack and a little jar to make that. So I'm gonna give that a go. And then they sent this. So look, so a little paper with flowers on it, like in it almost, and then a flower press. Oh, I'm so happy. This is like lots of little things for us to press our flowers with. And I'll leave a video that I did last year about kind of making art out of, sorry, I kicked you there, about making art from bits in the garden. And I think I'm going to do that again this year. So I have a list of things that I want to do. I bought a few supplies, so hopefully I'll be able to get that done over the next couple of weeks. And then I'm going to show you this. So I bought this. So a friend of mine, Carly, I'll leave her Instagram linked below. She's just brilliant. I just love her so much. And I've met her through the beauty blogging world. We went to London Fashion Week together, which I think is bananas. And yeah, I just miss her so much, because I think it was either right before lockdown or just before it, she moved to New York with her husband, and they've been kind of back and forth a little bit, but I just haven't had a chance to see her, because anytime she's coming back, it's Christmas, and neither of us wanted to be sick around our family or make each other sick. But anyway, so in the background, she's been working on her own brand called Ealu, or Ealu Moments, and excuse me, they only launched this week. So the products went for pre-order 3 weeks ago maybe, and I signed up to the newsletter because I was like, oh, I'm going to support whatever I can. And so they've launched with 3 products, and I'm going to show you them because I haven't opened this one. So this is the Ealu body sand. So it's Carly and her business partner Susan Fox, but Carly is very into the pamper nights and the self-care and the wellness when it comes to kind of looking after yourself, like either evenings or weekends. And I think it's something that I don't do enough of myself. So when she said she was launching a brand, I was like, oh, it'll either be candles or body butters or something to do with body. And sure enough, it was. So yeah, they brought out body sand. I'm just going to open it. Oh, look at this. But let me have a little whiff. First impression. Oh, that smells gorgeous. It's too dark for me to see. It looks brighter in here on camera, but it's really dark. Oh, it feels proper sandy. I'm going to bring that into the shower later. Oh wait, hold on, I have to put this somewhere. Oh my God. So love the fact that it comes with this so that you can scoop it out, and then it has this little lid that just sits on top. So there's the body sand, and even their Instagram and imagery is just beautiful. They did shoots, and then they have body drench. So as soon as it came, I opened this and I put it on. It's gorgeous. I'm going to look up on their website and put myself, because I do want to review this and see what ingredients are in it. But it's like a really lightweight moisturizer, but it feels like silk on the skin. But then it's the type of thing, because I did put it on my arms when it came, that feel it on your skin but like really lightly, and it doesn't leave like a greasy film or sticky film on the skin. And the packaging, stunning. And then they brought out this, the body gloss. So I did put this on the back of my hand, but I'll just show you now. So it has like a little pump. Now they are shipping in Ireland and in the UK and in the US. So if you're watching from any of there, I will leave it linked below. But look at that sheen. Oh my God, it smells so nice. That'd be gorgeous across the décolletage. Will I put a little bit on my face? Yeah. So this is what I start doing. I start like experimenting. Have a little look. products. I like products that are multi-use, you know, because I feel like we have so many products in our collection. Well, if you're a beauty lover like me, but it's nice, even if you're not, it's nice to have products that you can use in multiple ways. Sorry, that is beautiful. Let me look at it in the mirror because it's too dark to see. Gorgeous. And like, if we get some sun, that'll be lovely when the sun hits me in the face. It's got such a like a finely milled sheen. There's no glitter in it, which I love because I can't handle glitter. So I love that. They're just beautiful products. So I'm going to use this tonight when I get in the shower. And then that. And I'll use that tomorrow because if I wear that before I go to bed, it'll be all over my sheets. Yeah, I think I will do a video on that, on like the different wellness things, because we deserve it. We deserve to treat ourselves and pamper ourselves. And I think when I did the podcast with the girls, I'm sorry if I repeat myself, I can't remember if I spoke about this before. I do tend to gravitate when I want to do wellness or like just to chill, or if things are stressful and I want to switch off, I do tend to reach for the products that are based around nature, excuse me, or that have like gentle, soothing ingredients. I don't tend to go for things that are really active or, you know, things that are really harsh on my skin. When I need things to like hug me in the skin. You know what I was only thinking there? I probably brought that on myself, the whole slugs eating everything that I planted, because I put out to the universe the fact that, oh, I don't know why I bought iceberg lettuce. The universe is like, I'm going to show you. Anyway, this is all learning. It's costing me money buying the stuff. It's all a learning process. I'm going to learn from the mistake, and then hopefully next year when I have my greenhouse, I can pot things on and have space, because at the moment the tomatoes are kind of filling up the shelves that I have in the greenhouse. I'm looking forward to having the plastic greenhouse gone to give us more patio space. Oh, I've got so many plans for what I want to do with the back of the garden. It makes me excited.
Okay, I wanted to show you these. Oops. These are the Crocosmia Lucifer. So they appeared around the side of the garden about a week ago, and I've just sat them there. So I'm leaving these sitting here at the moment because these little slabs underneath them are kind of like a little bit wobbly, so until I can fix them, they're just going to, and they add like a little bit of colour. But I just wanted to show you little updates that are happening. I'm loving that this grass is like really wispy now at the moment. And see these are some kind of aster, and I say in a couple of weeks now they're going to be full, just like purple daisies. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love them. And then my terracotta achillea. Oh look, you can start to see it starting to change colour. Fab. The Catherine Deneuve, why do I have to say it like that? Geranium is looking good, because she's properly spreading there. So this is the rose bush, and like they're all just up there. I don't know, it's weird, but I love this little rose bush. Well, at least it's like a good few buds anyway, so hopefully we'll get a bit more flowers. Like, look at that one. And then we've got more terracotta achillea. Okay, well that's encouraging now that they're starting to change colour. I didn't think that they were. And then, so I planted, oh, when did I do that? Was it not last year, the year before? These are Crocosmia, but they're yellow ones. I don't know what the official name is, but I bought those in the park. There was like a plant stall at the Rose Festival, and they didn't come last year, and now they're after sprouting up, so happy days. I love the verbena, and I love the fact that, well, not that they're like really, well, I do love that they're tall, but I feel like I need something in there to kind of like push them back a little bit. But these are great for the pollinators, which we need. These things are doing well. Now let's see if the ones in here, oh yeah, they are, look. See there, the head, I wasn't sure if that was a weed or if it was like that. So they obviously must have self-seeded officially. Like the corn on the cob is quite slow to grow. That one there's the biggest one. And then we have Golden Mange 2. Amazing. Okay, well there was a cabbagey thing there, that's gone. There's one there, not doing too badly. That one's not bad. And then, okay, well that's the most encouraging one over there. That's good. I haven't dug up my potatoes yet. I'm going to wait for Matthew to come so that we can dig them up and make hash browns. So far, what the thing's called, the zinnias are doing okay. And there's not an awful lot of growth with this, with the little, not courgette, I don't know if they're courgettes or what, but anyway. And I'm thinking now, if this nasturtium grows up, I'll grow it up the thingy, but we'll see. Just everything is just so slow. This is what I did the other day when I came out and I saw that everything had been eaten. I got agitated and I just put all the pots that I had of kind of like summer bulbs and stuff onto the beds, because I was like, right, I'm going to plant everything out here. So these are gladioli that I think I'm going to plant out, and I can't remember what they are, but they look cool. Oh look, little sunflowers with no leaves, but a little sunflower. Now there is a little baby curly kale left, a tiny bit of one of the lettuces, tiny bit of curly kale. That's guara, or the butterfly plant that I did cuttings of last year. I'm going to do that again. And then that's a dahlia, as is that. And then that's after sprouting up. So this is an olive tree. I wonder if the root's gone down. No, not yet. An olive tree that I got as part of a press drop, and then a little citrus one. The jasmine is flowering. That's encouraging. Oh, Nadine had jasmine all the way up the side of her house. It was beautiful. And we've got like lavender that I'm going to do something with. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. I need to add extra structure, extra something onto this pole to make it grow up. Yeah, so just the other day when it was raining, I took my tomatoes out of the greenhouse just to let them get rainwater, because I think it's good for them. Because I have the bigger ones are just kind of standing here, but like when that's gone, it's just going to give me back so much space, you know. I've got a few little tomatoes in there. Oh look, my calendula. I must actually take those out and give them a water. I still haven't planted these bits here yet, but I think they look good. This lavender looks really nice though. It looks really... There's that different variety because it's quite pale and small. But listen, this little corner, it's grand for now. And I love the fact that this, whatever this is, the leaves are changing colours. And also, I love that grass. I don't know what it is, but I got it a couple of years ago. And I love when it's sunny, especially, just the movement of it. So honeysuckle is honeysuckling. And then this little hydrangea is gorgeous. Like, look at the colours of that. My sister's mad about the hydrangeas. Hers are fab as well. But I really like that one. Then the buddleia is blooming now. I think this is going to get too big for here. But I think maybe in the spring I'll move it maybe to the front garden. But I really want to plant out here. But again, I just don't want to waste money if it's going to be destroyed, you know, because I can lift everything except for the trees. I don't want to move them. I need to give that bird bath a wash. Now, look at my blossom tree. I think it's going through the change already. It's going through perimenopause. The leaves are so gorgeous, though. Hold on. Like, I definitely do need to repot it. But the leaves are gorgeous. Got like more achillea in there. Everything just looks real higgledy-piggledy, but take the pods off here. So if your sweet peas are starting to go to seed, but you want more flowers, just cut them off. I'm going to do that later. Oh, I love this. A little yellow one. And Catherine gave me that. And I think very soon I'm going to pull these up and bring them inside because they're gorgeous for structure. As like a little dried display. And look at these. So these are going to have to be moved whenever I get the work done. They're Crocosmia lucifer. They're fab. So Mam just has it kind of tied up with string at the bottom. Otherwise they'd be flopping all over. But aren't they gorgeous? They're so vibrant. And that hydrangea is going to have to be moved. There's one at the front that'll have to be moved. So there'll be a lot happening. But I think they're fab. So much colour.
Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. Toodaloo.